There was a singular event in your life that I think has significantly informed your story. Why don't you tell us about how you experienced up close and personally the violence and the tragedy of what happens at the border?
Yeah, my experience in Mexico, my career in Mexico started on the other side of the border from El Paso, Texas, and Ciudad Juarez. And that was in 2008 when that city was the most dangerous city in the world, experiencing about 350 homicides a month. I mean, it was just death surrounding you by the cartels. And then
10 people a day.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Wow.
And it was, we ended up, my family and I, getting a permanent position as a U.S. diplomat in the U.S. Embassy in Mexico City. And it was the most I ever worked in my career. I was really busy working a lot and a lot of things besides the human trafficking and a lot of training. Our mission was to help the Mexican government with the Merit Initiative, a lot of money we were given. We built the police force. We did a lot of things. I saw our money being spent there. And so a lot of it was training. A lot of it was just simple police tactics, investigative techniques and the such. But we went through a tragic event on February 15th of 2011 where my partner, Agent Jaime Zapata, and I were sent on an assignment, a dubious assignment, if you will, that I challenged because they sent us on a highway that we weren't supposed to be on. There was an alert not to be on that by the ambassador. Nevertheless, we were overruled to go, and we were ambushed.
Whose error was that?
That's a great question. It was the error, and you said it earlier, incompetence, and there's a combination of incompetence and doing what you think and when you don't know. That's a deadly combination. In this case, it was because we were ambushed by Los Zetas cartel, and my partner was shot and killed in the line of duty. I survived being shot 3 times. I'm here by the grace of God. And so I've been through those decision makings. I've seen evil in its eyes, and I've seen the terrorism that these cartels have instilled not only in the country of Mexico, but in our country with the fentanyl and the human trafficking and anything that we're experiencing. But it was obviously a very traumatic event that my family and I went through. And a lot of things happened. The aftermath probably was worse. 2 of the weapons used against us were linked to Operation Fast and Furious. If you remember that gun walking operation under the Obama-Biden administration. And so my family ended up getting the short end of the stick. And I ended up kind of a forced retirement, and I took a medical retirement in 2015 because they didn't want me back. And like, what did I do? I didn't do anything. I got shot. That's how I did. I was proud of being a federal employee. I was actually a very loyal federal employee. But then I found out so many other things later on. It didn't matter to the government what I did or didn't do. I could have arrested 1,000 people or 0, and it made no difference. To me, it did, but to them, it didn't. And I never understood that. It really rubbed me the wrong way because, you're here doing a mission where you're trying to make a difference. I did change a lot of lives. I rescued a lot of victims and women and children from these human trafficking conditions and slavery conditions. And that always made me feel good. But, the job is surrounded by negative, everyday negative happenings that's just the nature of the job and very stressful. So
you're saying that there isn't a lot of ways that the federal government, these agencies, reward agents that do exceptional jobs?
No. The supervisors that made this decision to put us on the road, they were promoted. There's no accountability. I ended up being without a career. My career basically ended. And so you're absolutely right. It's warped, and it makes no sense. So all my career, I always wonder why there's somebody in DC, not like me, that understands what's going on, but someone that does not understand what's going on, but pretends to know. And when I worked for the courts, a U.S. district judge taught me how to say, I don't know. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot of courage sometimes to say, I don't know, because you're supposed to know. You're the border security expert. You're the agent, or you're the surgeon. You're the doctor. You're the teacher. You're the banker. How dare you not know? Well, it's okay not to know. And it takes a lot of courage to say that. And my bosses in Mexico did not have that courage to say, I don't know, but I'll find out. No, you go based on what they think they know, and it had deadly consequences.